Life unscripted from prep to play. Pull up a chair, don't be late. Hands are clean, counters bright. We're cooking real, not perfect tonight. Chop, chop, stir, stir, hear that sizzle sing.
Welcome back to Life Unscripted from Prep to Plate. I'm your host and home cook, Chef Montgomery. We hope you enjoyed our first episode because today we're getting into one of the most important tools in the kitchen, knives. Now we're going to cover different types, knife safety, sharpening, cleaning, and storage. Now today we will not be demonstrating how the knives work. We will throughout the episodes coming up. Today, our main purpose is discussion. We want you to understand what each knife is for, how to handle these safely, and how to take care of them at home. Simple, real, and something you can actually use. Because a good knife makes cooking easier, faster, and safer. And a dull knife, well, that just gets people hurt. First knife I want to talk about is the butter knife. A butter knife is mainly for spreading. All right? Butter on toast, cream cheese on bagels, peanut butter, jelly, soft pretzels. Some butter knives may have a light serrated edge, which can help with light cutting. You know, like baked potatoes, pancakes, or softer foods. What it's not for cutting steaks, pork chops, or anything that needs real slicing power. That's why they make steak knives. They're designed to cut meat cleanly without you sawing like you're building a deck. I don't know how many times I see people trying to cut a steak or that with a butter knife. So now that we've covered the table knife, let's move into the knives that do the real work. This is my knife set. Now what I'm going to do is we're going to walk through each of these knives from left to right. I'll show them to you and we'll discuss each and every one of them. Now this is a utility or a petty knife. This is the smaller mini chef style knife. This is great for trimming, slicing small fruits and veggies, quick jobs where a chef knife feels too big. This is your grab and go knife. Next up, this is our chef knife. This is your main kitchen tool. Great for chopping onions, dicing peppers, slicing meats, mincing garlic. If you only own one serious knife in your set, this is usually the one you want to have. Watch yourself when you put it back in the sleeves. Next is the serrated bread knife. Now you'll notice the saw along the bottom. This is a long blade with teeth, perfect for foods with a tough outside and a soft inside, like bread rolls, tomatoes, pineapples, croissants. Those are all great examples. Now with the serrated knife, when you use it, let the serrated knife do all the work when you're going back and forth. Don't force it. All you're going to do is crush the breads or the roll that you're working with. Now the next one is one that I really enjoy. This is the cleaver. Now this is a big rectangular one, as you can see. It's smaller. It's not like your butcher shop cleavers. Now, this one is excellent for chopping lots of veggies, smashing garlic, and my favorite, scooping food off the board. And again, we'll be going through these more and more as we go through the series. Now, most home sets will have something like this or a vegetable cleaver. These are heavy bone cleavers, a great tool, just not for hacking bones unless it's built for that. Our next one is the santoku. This santoku has little dimples along the side. Now, this is great for slicing and chopping, especially produce and boneless meats. Now, these dimples along here help reduce the sticking so food doesn't cling as much. We know how that is when we're trying to do jalapenos or other items. Now, this, just like the other one, this is a chef knife. Now, you'll notice I like to have a second one, and that's not a bad thing to have two. A lot of home cooks end up with a main chef knife and a backup chef knife. Or one becomes the go-to for meats while the other stays as a veggie knife. Same purpose, just another great workhorse. Next is a smaller santoku. This is your second santoku, same general job service with the other ones. This one is used for slicing, chopping, and everyday prep. It's awesome for that up and down cutting style when you don't need a long chef knife. Next, but not least, the paring knife. This little guy is a detail knife. Small blade, lots of control. It's great for peeling, coring strawberries, trimming little spots, and deveining shrimp. We all know if you've got shrimp, you need to devein it. Take that poop vein out of there. They'll make you sick if you don't. Use it. Okay? Now that you know what each knife does, let's talk safety. I'm going to move this to the side here real quick. Knife safety. Let's keep our fingers, shall we? Knife safety matters, and here's the truth. A sharp knife is safer than a dull knife. Dull knives slip. Sharp knives cut where you tell them to cut. All right? Safe handling basics is what we want to talk about. Always cut on a stable cutting board. Keep your non-cutting hand in a claw shape. Cut so that you don't cut off your fingertips, all right? Don't cut while distracted. In other words, if you're cutting and people are running around or you're not paying attention, don't cut. Put your knife down. If you drop your knife, let it fall. Don't try to catch it. That could be a big mistake. Now, next thing we want to talk about is drawer safety. Knife covers are important for two reasons. They protect the blade from getting dinged up, but they also protect you from reaching into the drawer and getting a surprise sliced cut. We don't want that. Now, if you don't have covers, separate your knives in a drawer. Keep the section only knives. Don't mix them with random utensils, And make sure that you can easily see them and grab them safely. Even better, a knife block, a magnetic strip, or edge guards. Now this is a knife glove. It's a cut-resistant glove. And while we're talking safety, let's talk about this. A lot of people don't. If you're new to cooking or you just a little nervous working around sharp knives, knife gloves are a great option. They're cut-resistant gloves that will give you extra protection, especially when you're slicing a lot of vegetables, using a mandolin. Boy, I don't know about you guys, but I've sliced off some fingertips before because of that. Cutting slippery items like onions or tomatoes, or you're simply building confidence. And listen, Don't be embarrassed if you use one. I have 2 of them. Using a safety glove doesn't mean you're a bad cook. It means you're being smart while you build your knife skills. Use it until you feel comfortable and steady. Then you'll never have to worry about losing your confidence as it grows and your technique improves. All right. One more thing while we're being safe. The next thing is making sure our knives are sharp. Now, I have just a simple knife sharpener. This is a standard knife sharpener, nothing fancy. A lot of you have it in your home. Now, on this, there are 2 sides. There's a coarse side and a fine side. Now, the coarse side is for when the knife is truly dull. It helps reshape that edge. Once you're done with that, you come over to the fine side. Now, it's a touch-up. It helps with the finishing, which smooths and refines that edge. Now, take your time when you're using these and you're sharpening your knife. It's not a race. Now, I want you to pay attention to the blade making contact with the sharpener, not your hand. You're going to hold this, you're going to put it down, and bring the blade towards you, okay? Because the goal isn't going fast. The goal is constant contact, steady pressure, and clean passes. Again, put the knife on, pull it towards you, starting at the heel and following the curve towards the tip. Smooth and controlled, no forcing it. We'll be demonstrating more of that in other episodes as we get into cooking. All right? Now, a quick note on sharpening rods. There are a lot of different types. I have one. I don't use it. Sharpening rods are a lot of professional tools. Now, with these, there are different types. There are steel rods, like I have here. There are ceramic rods. Now, they can sharpen more than just plain steel. And there are diamond rods. Very expensive, and they're more aggressive to use. Now, they're great tools, but they take practice to use and to use them correctly. For what we're doing at home, a basic sharpener is going to be your perfect tool. Simple, safe, and it gets the job done. Now, once we've sharpened our knife, there's a couple more things that we need to do. We need to talk about cleaning the knife. After sharpening, there can be tiny metal slivers or shavings along the blade. We don't want that anywhere near our food. So I usually run it under hot water. I grab a sponge. You can take your washcloth, get some soap on it, get it nice and warm. But I usually put it on the counter. I lay the sponge flat. I take the knife edge backside facing me. I put it on the edge, and then I pull it towards me. That way I'm not pushing the blade into the sponge or the cloth, but I pull it towards me, making sure that I cover that entire blade. And then I flip it over and do the same process on the other side. And yes, I do it this way because the knife is sharp and I want to be safe. You can call me a sissy if you want, but I'll be the sissy with all 10 fingers. Now let's talk about drying. After I've cleaned or washed my knife, what I do next is I grab a dry towel, lay it on the counter or sink, and I repeat the same motion. I bring it towards me, backside facing, and then I'll do it the same on the other side. Boom, that knife is now clean, sharp, and ready to use. Now let's talk. Let's not skip this piece. If I can't clean this knife right away, one important thing is to wash it right away. But if I can't, don't take this and just toss it in the sink with other dishes. This is how you forget it's in there. You'll reach in later and get a nasty surprise, or someone else reaches in and gets cut. Let's be honest, most of the time someone else is always in the kitchen So as I always stress, keep it safe. Wash it right away, clean it, store it, or if you truly can't, set it to the side away from other dishes and away from accidents where everybody can clearly see it. All right. Once again, once it's clean and it's safe, now we want to store it the right way. When you're done, don't toss your knives loose in the drawer. Like we mentioned before, use covers, put it in a block, use a magnetic strip or a dedicated knife section in the drawer. Keep the blades protected and easy that you don't grab the wrong end. A good knife set will last you a long time if you treat it right. So that's it for today. In closing, I'd like to thank you for hanging out with us today. And from prep to plate, remember, cook smarter, not harder. You can find us on Facebook at Our Podcast with Morgan and Chris. And you can find Prep to Plate on YouTube and Spotify under Life Unscripted from Prep to Plate. And don't forget, you can always find our regular podcast on Spotify, Life Unscripted with Morgan and Chris. Want to say hi, Chris?
Hi.
Like and follow and share with your friends. We really appreciate it. Bye for now. Have a great week, everyone. And we look forward to cooking very soon in the upcoming episode. Enjoy.